welcome to a new video. In this video I'm gonna show you the last collection of 2018 and it's called JOYous. It's very Christmas themed collection, and it's a collection without any templates because I already had the last templates in the last collection of the current mood. So if you search them, you can find all the templates in the previous collection of November. I like to go with you through all the folders now and show you a little bit what I created for this collection. I'm very happy with the collection. I had an idea, I had a vision over a few days what I wanted to have, and actually the first idea I had didn't come up, but I created something a little bit different, and yes, I'm very happy with it. I hope you like it, and let's go now through the folders. These are the previews here. You get artsy bits and pieces, an awesome pack with loops and brushes, a painter's toolbox, word art, sprinkles. First of all, I like to show you something which is now new in the lily pad shop, and this is the option that you can choose multiple products. If you not saw that already with some older re-releases, I'm gonna show you this now in the shop here. This is the product. You will not see anymore in my shop a huge amount of all the products. They are all in one bundle together, and you can choose the desired products you like to have on the bottom of the page, which you can find here. And here you can see here, choose from different options, and this is what you can see here now. It's a kind of follow up with all the included products. You can buy the mega bundle here with all in one, and then all the packs that are included as single packs, and as soon you choose them, you can see that here changes the price. And also if you scroll up, you also could see here the coordinating preview. If you go only to all in one mega bundle, you will only see this one here. And of course you also can click here through all the gallery images at once, that you see what is really included in a bundle. And then when you have chosen what you like to have, you go down to this menu bar and choose whatever you like to have and add it to your cart. This is only now for instruction. I also cut off a lot of text, that you only get a little bit of a text what's in the pack, because I always do these videos, and in these videos you can see a very clear overview of what's in the packs. Okay, so let's go back to the unpacking of the packs, and I'm gonna show you here the rest of the previews. And let's jump into the artsy bits and pieces, and this is what you see, and this is what you get. A lot of very beautiful, a little bit vintagey ornaments, and images are included as well. Trees, is a little bit of a soft sandy gold, and then some gesso pieces, gold pieces, and these are all ready for you to use. And I think really they turned out very gorgeous, and I've really love this kind of pack here. Okay, these are the artsy bits and pieces, and then we jump into the next folder, which are the Frosty Overlays. These are created in 12 by 12 inch, and here we have a corner, and some are with just an overlay for all the edges around your page, and they come up in 12 by 12. Yes, right. So these are the Frosty Overlays, and then we have the loops. Well, they turned out really good, and I'm really happy with the result, and I am sure you will like it. And if you still not have any cards for your Christmas, then I think you can easily create with those loops, and maybe together with the artsy bits, some gorgeous cards for Christmas. Yes, here we go. Here I have the loops. There are 3 different versions. You have the plain loops without any shadow, without any deco, and then we have a version with only the loops and a shadow a little bit. And then we have here those decorated loops, and I really love them, and really happy about the result. Really need to say that 1,000 times. Yes, hope you like it. And let's jump into the next folders. These are the magic lights. Here they are. Colors, lightning, a lot of going on here, texture, and here's a complete overlay page. It's always all created in 2500 pixels, but it's not any problem if you resize them and go up to 3600 pixel or 12 by 12 inch. So this is these are the magic lights. Another great pack, the sprinkles. Sprinkles are, they glitter and glamour. Here's stars, and we have some gems, and also here more round, and then we have here with a lot of gesso texture background here as well. And here we have some hearts, stars, and also here some paper pieces. I think they work perfectly. You can when you place them on top of a paper and multiply them, that's a great idea. Also only place them on top. They are a little bit transparent, not much, but a little bit transparent, so they will perfectly also blend with your background. And you get with this pack, I think you get 23 different sprinkles and paper pieces here. Also this one, I like that, also with the words popping up here, or this one, and also I like that one a lot. And so here we are. This is these are the sprinkles, and oh, look at them. There's a little bit of snow in the background. Can you see that? It's beautiful also here. So when you place that on top of something, you have also the a little bit of snow. Okay. Next folders are the word arts. Here we go. We got here 4 different typo word arts. So this is how they look. They come in black, and then I created some demo tape word arts, and they come up in 3 different colors. You get one word in 3 different colors. That means you get it in black, and when you scroll down you get it in green and also in red. So they work perfectly with with the whole collection. And then we have some bottle caps here, so with really nice word arts over. And then we have some flares over here and here, also some flares. So all together you have a really great mixed up word art pack here. Then we have the next folder with the out of the box frame. Then I have created for this collection 2 different ones. These are very decorated, and a lot of brushwork going on. Over here, the one here's a little bit of glitter frame. Here we have such a vintage frame around here, and then we have this more artsy grungy with the washi on top, and then we have this real not photo, yes, it's a real photo frame also here, and with a little bit of a drips and watercolor style. And this is how they can look when you placed a photo onto the 2 masks in this layered Photoshop files. So these are the out of the box frames, and then we have out of the box watercolor frames. They are totally simple. Maybe if you're a beginner and want to start using out of the box frames, you can start with them perfectly. They are only 2 layers, and you have the mask in the background, and then you have the frame in the foreground, and you only place on top of the mask your image and clip it with the clipping function of your Photoshop or Photoshop elements, and then it's done. These are the 4 different out of the box watercolor frames, all layered and gorgeous on your layouts. So let's jump into the paper packs. We have 2 different paper packs. The first one is now the solid papers, green, red, brown, gold, kind of yellowish. Here is gesso, a little bit of sprinkles, texture a lot. Also this one is very gorgeous, and of course this red one is very nice. So these are the solid papers, and then let's jump into the Christmas papers, and they are created with different ways. It's like a painting here, and then we have this one, it's also nice, and one here with a how is it called? The word is out of my head. I can't remember. Yes. Sorry. Yes, here is a little bit snow overlaid, and they are really perfect if you like to clip them on something. Also, you can use them in the background, of course. But yes, there goes a lot around here. We have some only little angels here, some all those vintage type angels. Maybe you know from the early days when you're in school and you had this little book. We said poesy album. I don't know how it's called in English. It's kind of memory album of friends when they wrote in, and then you could glue in such kind of little images, and they had sometimes a little bit glitter on top. Yes. I think I know you know what I'm talking about. Okay, look at the details of these papers. There is a lot of snow going on here in the folds, and then we have another paper. Also here we have a lot of texture going on, and like gesso overlaid. And then we have one with the script a little bit, and also a little bit of gesso and texture. And I think I like this one is very, because it's really like a painting, and I can imagine that it works perfectly if you want to try a holiday greeting card to create. Then you can use that one, and you have a lot of space to have a text on the other side. So these are the Christmas papers of the of this collection. So here we go into the painter's toolbox, and we have this time a folder with a brush mix, and this is how they look. Grungy, very very cool. I love them to use. And of course you get with the 25 black PNG files, you get also a brush mix, an ABR file, which you can load in PSE and PS, and it should also work in all kinds of older versions. If you have any problems with older versions, well, I'm talking about Photoshop, well, 4, it should work properly. It can always happen that something not works or cannot be loaded. Please contact me or the customer service, and I try to help you if you have any problems. Okay, these are the brush mix, and then we have the free colors. Like always, you can pick them for free. And these are the colors. We have swatches, and we have also the overlay and color styles. And I'm going to not the swatches, but the styles. Have them here. So this is how they look when you load them. And then we have the dynamic blender ABR files. If you buy them, and you need to really try to be aware that those dynamic blenders works not properly with Photoshop Elements, but they work perfectly with Photoshop 5.5 and higher, because this is a tool of this dynamic that works really only perfect with those new version of Photoshop. And if you go into them, I'm working with Photoshop 2018, and you can see what happens when you use one of them. They are already added here some colors when you use them here, and this is how they can look. And if you go into them, you can, whoops, that was the wrong direction. You can see it overlays a kind of canvas texture on top when you paint here. And this is, I think that they really turned out beautiful. It's a mixture of real branches from a tree, Christmas tree, and then mixed with a watercolor. So this is how I did build them up. And let's go into another one. Here are more greenish ones. And if you think you don't like how they blend together, there is this green mode selected, and if you change that and go to multiply, it will also change here how you can paint over it, or you going up to normal and then it looks like that. So changing the mode here will create totally different effects on a brush set in this collection. I'm gonna delete that one. This is also really nice. And you can paint, of course, with them. They really look gorgeous. And of course you can also use them as mask. Let's go and can I don't know. Let's open something. Just I always get so stuck with choosing photos. I should select them just before I start to record a video, because I always hang on the photos. But I have now one in mind which should come up here hopefully soon. These are ordered ones I once bought at a stock place. I want to have that one. Oh, here we are. Here we have some Christmas themed images. Okay, I'm gonna pick now the whole image, so only to show you that. So we have painted now here around, and of course we can use that as how it is and start to decorate here with the artsy bits on top, or with the sprinkles or the loops, or we can use it as a mask. So we can copy the image in and clip it on the mask. So this is how it looks for you. So you use this already painted mask as a clipping mask. And if you see that anything is missed from a face, you can use one of those created brushes and start to paint over it and get those missing pictures within. But you need to paint on directly on the mask with the colored paint. Let's say paint not on the image itself, because that's clipped. I hope that makes sense for you now. Yes. I will create another Painter's Toolbox video in which I am gonna show you a more detailed version of how to use and what we can do with all those Painter's Toolbox. But this is a quick overview, and that it not gets too long, this video, I will show you that in a different video. Okay, so these are the dynamic blenders. And then we have the next file are the script styles and scattered brushes, and you get an ABR file and an ASL file, and when you click on them and load them, you get here, let's close that one, you get here those dynamic Christmas brushes, and they look like that one. So little gifts, and you can choose here from those styles. These are textured one, or you can use anything else. We have here also some word art in the background as a texture. So when you paint here with these script brushes, you have an overlay with texture, and it depends on which color you use as a color style. So you can paint only here over and then change the color here with that's white, then we have black, green, darker green, brighter. yellow, red, or you can use any other texture or script style here. So these are the script styles over here. You get here script styles, and then you get 3 extra vintagey styled textures as well, plus also those brush files, those dynamic brush files. Then we have the next folder with a lot of glitter. Christmas without a glitter, that is something what not at all works. So we have here glitter styles and some brushes as well. You get 9 different glitters, and when you open those ABR and ASL file, it will load into your Photoshop, and this is what you get. You get two different versions. You get one with without a shadow, and then we have another one with a shadow. For that, I like to add for you, let's go and use this Christmas tree here as a shape, only that you can see this is how they look. That's without the shadow, with shadow, without, and so it goes. These are the glitter styles, and I think they work perfectly with those attached scattered brushes. One is with a heart, and we have a square, dots, and some stars. And when you go over here, you can click here and paint over those stars and add here the glitter. It looks really nicely beautiful. Also, of course, you can change here and go back to the other styles and use them as well. So these are the glitter styles, and of course, yes, don't forget that I added some sparkles. These are little sparkles. You can drag and drop them and add here some lights over here, and this is how they can look. They work perfectly with the glitter. So you place on top of a already white part of the glitter such a sparkle, and it will give your pages just a little bit more glam than usual. So these are the sparkle files in white, and you get 5 of them with the glitter styles. Then we have the next pack with the mix of styles. It's Christmas styles. This is how they look in the preview, and let's go into the in Photoshop and see what we can here add. Okay, we use this tree as well, and this is something with a lot of paint, and also we have here paint with a little bit of gesso and glitter. Here's also paint, and then so different with glitter, also gesso, and here are also some with a texture, and here we have those vintage styled. This one is also one I really like. Texture here, and here is some embossed texture. Also that one is really nice, and this is the brush mix pack of this collection. And the last but not least, we have here the etch and pattern styles. How do they work? I got a question from a customer. She ordered it and she asked how she can use them. Well, the pattern style, this is how they look. They don't have any texture or anything. They are very plain, and you can use them in so many ways. Okay, this is how they look. And also I added here those kind of etch styles in metallic version. So I'm gonna copy now the tree with the stars, and now I've added here the etch styles, and this is what they do. I've also added two different versions, a lighter version or a lighter version of the, and this is the more heavy one. So it's up to you if you have a huge letter, for example. What you can do also is using here. This is what we can do. I wrote a text, Christmas. So it's always better to use for the styles a little bit more thicker and bolder font, because then not this happens. Let's try. Okay, and so this is how it can look on your pages. I think it works also perfectly now here with this script font, but also you can use that with let's try this one. That's a little bit too huge, so come on. And of course you can always change. That's the Photoshop is a little bit lame, like my computer. You can always change now here the background of the text, and I think this is pretty cool and gives you a lot of different ways to use those patterns together with those metallic etch styles. So when you go over, we have your green, this is a dark green, and we have the different reds, and I think this is the best way with the gold, because it pops out the most. And yes, I think they will help you to create nice titles, for example, on your pages. And you can see that you can really use differently kind of fonts. I like to use this chunk 5 one over here a lot, and if you like to use it letter by letter, you need to only use one letter over here, and then you can copy by holding Alt key and the Shift key, then it stays in the same position. Then you make an M out of that X, so we have an M, and now you can change the M with a different pattern. So we go to the next letter, we pick both M letters and hold the Alt key and press the Shift key and use our mouse and slide over the right side, so it makes automatically a copy of those both layers, because you hold the Alt key. And also here you can change here the letter to, well, we use that one, and then you also can change, of course, the metallic. Oops. Now we go to that. no, the green, the dark, here the dark green. And if you like to move, then press Command T, and when you now slide a little bit the M, so this is what makes the whole process a little bit fun. Also here, I want the M, so let's rotate that a little bit, but we have still here two M's, so we can X, I need an A. So this is the way you can build up a real fun alpha kind of, and use them on your layouts. I think it's really nice to play with that one, and it gives you a lot of opportunities. Okay, so we are through now all of this collection. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. It's always nice to see if you all like the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a happy time, have a Merry Christmas, and we're gonna see us in the next video. Bye.